Hi, this is just a very unprepared little video about something I thought might help you with regard to going from key to key in certain situations. Because when I was looking at Oranges and Lemons, I realised because, when I play it, it seems very simple going from one key to the other. Obviously, I sort of know what I'm doing, but thinking about it, particularly in this song, we're going from G to D, aren't we? So G is what we play the first section A in, and then we change to G, yeah? G, A, B, C, D, 5 up, which is the same as 4 down. But I like to count up because I can't count down the alphabet very well. But if we count down the alphabet, it would be G, F, E, D, which is 4 down, isn't it? So 4 down is the same as 5 up. But anyway, it's the same thing. We're going from G major to D major. So when I play the thing, in a movable position, now this is movable position 2, but you could use any of them, as long as you don't go onto the B string. You see, the way guitar works is that our strings are tuned in fourths, apart from G to B. So any pattern we play, as long as we don't go on or above the B string, in other words, the bottom 4, just like a bass, the bottom 4 strings, any patterns we do there, if we move them around, starting on a different string, the patterns stay the same. Because if the gap between the strings stays the same, then if we change strings, it will still stay the same. The note numbers relation will stay the same. So if I play G major, yeah, in position 2, this is position 2 movable. Now that goes onto the B string, doesn't it? You can see there's the B string. But in Oranges and Lemons, we're not playing above note 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not going onto the B string. We're not playing note 6 or 7 or 8. So we're not going onto the B string. We start on the D string, that's note 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do the same thing in third position. Position 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going onto the B string. So both of those movable positions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or position 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, none of them are going onto the B string. So I can move them to other strings without changing the note number relationship. Now, because in Oranges and Lemons, we're going down a fourth, that's exactly the same, it's just starting on the next string down. Because our strings are tuned in fourths, aren't they? Right? D string to the A string, that's down a fourth. 1, if I count back down the scale, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5th fret on the A string there. Started 5th fret on the D string, which is a G, and I'm going down 4 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting my note movement there. They're not note numbers. Note numbers will be 8, 7, 6, 5. We're going down to note 5. 4 notes down there is. Now remember, when we go from G to D in Oranges and Lemons, we're going 4 notes down, or 5 notes up. We can either go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or we can go 4 notes down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Either way, we end up on a D, which is on the A string, same fret as where we started. So to cut a long story short, you just play the same pattern, but start on 1 string lower, like this. That's the first part, isn't it? Then we do the same thing, but start on 1 string down. So I'm starting on a D string now, instead of the G string. Exactly the same thing. And then I go back to the first bit, which starts on note 5 of D, which is on the G string, yeah. Same fingering, of course, because on the bottom 4 strings, everything is tuned equally in fourths. So we don't need to change our fingering. fingering is preserved and we just start one string lower. Same for any position. If I start here, position 3. Now I'm playing over 3 strings, but I'm still not going, I'm not hitting the B string. Then I start one string lower than when I started. So knowing your positions makes it very easy when we move around up a 5th or down a 4th, because that's the way the strings are tuned. When we go from the E to the A string, we're going up 4 notes. Likewise, when we go back, we're going down 4 notes. So any movement in down 4 or up 5 in music is very easy on guitar because we just change strings. Keep the fingering the same. That's why bass is easy, because bass doesn't even have a B string. Well, most of them don't. So long as we don't go onto the B string, because of course the B string mucks up our fingering, because the B string's tuned 3 notes above the G string. So we can't move that whole pattern around, because that's the only place where we've got a third between 2 strings, G, A. Drop my plectrum, G, A, B. Everywhere else we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So, same with any tune. Any tune where we don't go onto the B string, we can just move the pattern onto another, start on another string. Even if we move around beyond 5 notes up or 4 down, we can still do it. We still preserve our fingering. As long as we don't go onto the B string, we can keep the fingering the same. Now, I hope that makes sense. It's sort of harder to describe in words than it is to play, but you can see that I'm doing the same fingering. That's the first section, and then the second section. So there's no reason why anyone in the group who can play even one movable position can't do that. And I recommend 2 or 3, that's quite easy, although 4 is easy as well. But 2 is quite easy because it's in G major, it's not too far up here. It's down there, isn't it? Position 2. Position 2. Can we do it in position 1? No, because in position 1, note 5 is on the B string. So we can't do that because it doesn't work. I'll prove that by doing that pattern 1 string lower. Aha. Obviously don't work, does it? We can hear it's out. Right? Doesn't work. If your guitar was tuned everything in 4ths, we could do that literally across the board, but there's a good reason we tune the way we are. Wouldn't be able to do that, would I? If it was not tuned the way it is. So the guitar is tuned for practical reasons. That basic of our bar chords, isn't it? Type 1, major chord. Louis, Louis. Bye-bye.